Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. You might be looking at this video right now and asking yourself, 1, why the heck can I see Tankenstein? 2, why is he wearing a headset? And 3, what is this video all about? So first and foremost, the reason why you can see me and also what this video is all about, it's kind of one and the same. This is a review of the chair that I'm sitting on from eWin Racing. This is the Champion series of chairs that they provide, and they have so graciously given me a chair to review. And bear in mind, in this video, they didn't send me any talking points, none of that. They are so confident in this chair that they said, you know what, we're going to give you this chair, give us your honest opinion, post it on YouTube, and that I will. And that confidence has gone a long way, because just to kind of give you guys a little bit of the lowdown on what I'm going to say on this video, it's a really good chair. Now, why I have this headset on, it's because I have, and I won't show you the boxes, but I've got numerous Bluetooth microphones that I tried to use in this review, and for whatever reason, none of them worked. They all had issues, whether it was poor quality, didn't connect properly, whatever the case may be, none of them worked. So this is actually how I record my audio for my War Thunder videos, so hopefully it will be as good a quality as possible. I'll try to sync this audio up that I'm recording in Audacity as well as I can with the video audio. Now, that being said, what type of chair is this? Again, this is the Champion series of chair from eWin Racing, and eWin Racing has been making chairs in various forms for about 22 years at this point. I believe they started in 2001 as a chair manufacturer, as a seat manufacturer, for luxury sports cars. And you can definitely tell in this chair here, it has, as weird as it is to say, it's got that feel. Now, before I continue, just to kind of give you guys an idea, the price of this chair is about $350 or so, and it is currently on 20% discount, so regularly it is a bit over $400, but the makers of this chair, again, eWin Racing, have been so gracious that if you guys like this chair after my review, again, totally honest review, they are not scripting this at all. This is not a sponsored video by eWin Racing. They did provide a discount code, so if you guys want to go ahead and if you have anything on their website that you want to purchase, use the discount code TANK, which, by the way, is the coolest discount code ever. It's literally TANK, T-A-N-K. Fantastic discount code. I love it. Anyways, if you guys want to do it, go ahead and do that. But anyways, when it comes to this chair in particular, it is a gaming chair through and through. It's got a weight of around 400-pound carrying capacity. This chair has numerous pillows, and I'll get off the chair now. And again, my apologies, but this is just how this review is going to have to look. So if it looks a little bit strange, it is because there are no Bluetooth microphone manufacturers that I've ordered in weeks that have worked. Now, when it comes down to it, as you can see, this is very, very good quality, and that's what I've experienced. So you have a 2-pillow design. These are both removable. They do have clips on the back. I'll try to spin it around here. So as you can see, this can be clipped off just as well as these can be. And this can also be adjusted up or down and up. So it's really, really neat. Now, these are both high-density foam, so both of these. This one I find is a little bit softer than this, but it makes sense being that this is lumbar support. And I have personally been a little bit mixed on this, and I'll go over a little bit later in my review. But the high-density foam on this, don't get me wrong, is very, very good, but you have to be the type of person that likes a pillow right there. Not really my thing. I'd rather it be flat, but it's not a big deal. Now, this is PU Leather 2.0 is what they call it. Very, very high quality. And additionally, they have tons of bolstering. This is actually probably the most bolstered office chair, gaming chair, I've ever seen. It will basically just keep you locked in. So whether you move to the left, right, wherever, you're going to be locked in here. And I am a huge fan of cars. I am a car enthusiast, if you guys didn't know that. I've owned a Camaro. Basically, all of my cars have had to have some sort of sporty element to them. And this seat reminds me very much of not necessarily the Camaro, but kind of a GTI. I mean, it is amazing how much this bolstering comes out. If you are a car person, that's what this is all about. And also, it's very, very firm, but not in a bad way. It's firm in a very comfortable way. Now, in my experience, what I've noticed with a lot of chairs is that on the bottom, it'll be basically just like a piece of plywood or something, and then they'll put, whatever foam or whatever material they want on top, and that's pretty much it. Here, they've got straps. It's very car-like, and you could tell that they went to their experience as a car seat manufacturer, not just regular car seats, but again, luxury sports car. That's what it says on their website, and it really shows. I'll try to show you pictures that I had throughout the creation of this chair when I built it. I probably built around a dozen chairs over the last 10 years, and this one is definitely the one with the nicest materials, but I'll go into that in a minute. Now, it took me around 27 minutes to build this chair, but the thing is, the reason why it took that long, most other chairs take 15 minutes or so for me, is because I had a problem with the 5-star base. Now, the customer service is fantastic. They sent me out a new 5-star base immediately. I mean, like, once I told them the problem, I must have had it within a day or two. And so I got that, totally fixed the issue, and the chair has been perfect. So I think it was just a random thing. I don't think that's anything to do with the quality of eWin racing. In fact, actually, I think it was just kind of, like I said, a 1 in a million chance, so it has been fantastic. Now, when it comes to some of their other things here, very important, they actually notate this on the website. You have a 4D, they call it a 4D armrest, if you will. So it goes up, it goes down, so there's a pretty big range of motion, and it's on both of these. So both of these do the exact same thing here. This can go back, forth, so about that much range of motion. It goes diagonally, so you have 3 different spots. You have one in the middle, right, and left. And also, it goes side to side. So if you want, there's 4 different ranges of motion for this. And it's also pretty soft. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's pretty soft. And it goes for both of these. So it's pretty much, again, the same on either side. Now, additionally, I'll try to show you this on the side here. You have, again, it goes back to their experience as a car seat manufacturer, but there's a little crank here, and it goes all the way back to, I believe it's about 155 degrees. Now, I'm not going to do this all the way back, but you can see it goes far back, and it locks really, really nicely. Plus, it goes back normally. Let me just go. There are a few different things here. So it's locked now. And then it goes back normally like that. So whatever setting you have this on, so let's say if I brought it down to around that setting, it can go further back still, or it locks in place right here. Now, this is probably the tallest chair I've ever had. And the reason why I say that, so this is good for between, and they say this on their website, between people who are 5'3" and 6'5". But insofar as its base setting is concerned, this is probably around an inch or two higher than my most recent chair that I've had before this, its base setting. So it sits naturally high even at its lowest setting. I prefer to go a little bit lower, to be honest, but it's not too big of a deal. And this is how far up it goes. So as you can see, I mean, I would not be able to sit underneath my chair at this, but it does go pretty darn high. But with all that out of the way, all that being said, how do I rate this chair? So I will be using my Tankenstein review scale that you guys may have seen in some of my videos, and I'll be going over a few different things. Specifications, build quality, and comfort. And also, of course, overall. Now, when it comes to specifications, like I said, this thing has up to a 400-pound limit. So I myself, I've gained a little bit of weight recently. I'd like to say it's from bulking, but, of course, I've just kind of gotten a little too consumed with making videos on YouTube, and this is the result. But that said, most of the time, whenever I have gotten a chair over the last few years, within about 2 or 3 weeks, you start noticing the creaks. Never once have I noticed it with this. This thing is built tough. If there has ever been a chair that has had fantastic specifications where it's like, holy cow, this is, again, a very well-built chair, this is it. I mean, it can hold a lot. And again, I'll just kind of lengthen, or I'll expand the term of specifications to include features as well. This has, again, the 4D armrests. It's got the removable pillows. You don't need those. It's got a very tall back, so this is great for people who are very tall, and also very usable for those who might not be that tall. And one of the things I really like about this, having the tall back, is that a lot of the time, for me at least, I'm 6 feet tall, you lean your head back a little bit, and then your head is on top of the headrest, right? Or there is no headrest. This doesn't have that problem. My head is as tall as the back of this chair. In fact, actually a little bit shorter. So it's really, really nice. Plus the seat's very nice, and it's just got a very nice kind of wide-ranging specification for so many people. This is not a chair, I guess you could say. Like, they didn't make this chair that's good for, you know, X or Y person. They made it so that, again, 400-pound carrying weight. It's got, and they do actually have chairs that can hold heavier than that. It's also fits between 5'3", 6'5" people comfortably. And so, because of all of that, I feel like specs are fantastic. You know, it's just overall, again, very, very nice. I'd probably give it an 8.25 out of 10 for specifications. Now, when it comes to build quality, this is where I think it really shines. This chair has, fantastic build quality. When I was unpacking this thing, after they sent it to me, I was blown away. They gave me little gloves in order to actually put this thing together. And that was not just special order. That was part of the regular packaging for this. They give you the tools. They give you, it's just phenomenal. The leather on this is excellent. And again, you could tell that they really, they came from making car seats, and it's just excellent. Just phenomenal build quality. The stitching on this is very nice. On their website, they made it look like that they actually stitch it with machine, like it's not some mass manufacturing thing, like they actually, in a way, hand stitch these with machines. And it's just, again, top notch. There's nothing was damaged. Everything was just great, and the wheels too. I was really impressed by as weird as that might be to say, the wheels on this thing are, really solid. It's just one of the weirdest things I've ever actually encountered in a chair, but for one of the best things I've ever encountered in a chair. They are just excellently designed, and you could tell every single thing on this chair is solid. Like, this thing, I have no doubt that it's going to last me beyond the heat death of the universe. Like, jokes aside, this thing will probably be my longest lived chair ever. It's that good. So, when it comes to build quality, I'm going to give this a 9.25 out of 10. And the only reason why I don't give it a perfect 10 out of 10 is because 10 out of 10 is just ridiculous. How many, 10 out of 10 is impossible, pretty much. Not everything is perfect. On the side here, there is a little bit of a weird thing that just doesn't fit completely correctly. And again, for me personally, there are some other things as well. I'm just not a big fan of some of the materials used, but mostly it's just stuff underneath here. I feel like the switches and all that to kind of go up and down also lock this, they're a little bit weird. They're extremely functional, but I feel like they could have been made a little bit better. And also the original 5-star base that I had, it didn't feel like it was the nicest build quality. Not that it was bad at all. Like I said, I actually got it to where pretty much all of the wheels were in it, and that was the issue. It was one of the wheels would not fit in one of the holes in that, but it still felt great. it was like halfway in, and from what I could feel, it felt great. It probably wasn't, it definitely wasn't fully constructed because you could only get that last wheel halfway in. But from what I felt, it was okay, but not fantastic. So that's why I give it, again, 9.25. Now, when it comes to comfort, this one I am going to kind of give it a little bit, I'm a little bit iffy on this, right? So this is, in my opinion, the most comfortable chair I've ever had. And again, being a car enthusiast, I love how this chair is built. This is built for car guys, who are also gamers. And so it's got heavy bolstering, which I love. That adds to the comfort for me. These seats are really, really nice. The leather on this, the PU leather, is fantastic. It feels excellent. Easily, to the touch, the best feeling seat I've ever owned. And even going into a store to test out the different seats and all that, when I've done that in the past, this still beats all of those. So whether I've owned them or not, this is the nicest feeling material I've ever had, which adds tremendously to the comfort, as well as, again, the bolstering. Again, like I said earlier, this is not like one of those cheap seats where it's like they just have plywood or some weird material or particle board, and then they put foam on top of it. This is really, really well made, and this is, again, where that build quality also works into the comfort of it. But for me, I'd probably say the biggest thing that detracts from the comfort, and this is something that's removable, is going to be the pillow. So I'm not a huge fan of the lumbar support pillow. Of course, you can move it up and down, and I've actually found that that's helped me out tremendously, the adjustability of it. But being that that is one of the main things that separates this from the other offerings on their website, I'm just not a huge fan of it. I'm more of a fan of just a regular seat without the pillows. So I might just go ahead and remove that pillow. But again, if you are a pillow person, this is actually one of the nice, because of the high density foam plus the leather material on it, this is one of the nicest pillows I've actually felt from a gaming chair. So it really depends on your preference. For me personally, I would probably give this chair a 7.5, maybe a 7.75 out of 10 for comfort. I feel that it is very, very comfortable, excellent when it comes to comfortability. However, again, it's just kind of that pillow that takes away a little bit from me. But not including that pillow, I'd probably give it an 8.25 or an 8.5. Now, overall, I'm going to give this easily an 8.5, maybe even an 8.75 out of 10. I feel that it is excellent. I'll just settle with an 8.5 for now. It is a touch pricey, at least for me. I've always been the type to just go out and get a chair, but this has definitely swung my point of view on that. But again, between the build quality and the specifications and also the comfort, I feel like this thing is going to last forever. I don't want to get rid of this thing. So because of all those factors, easily, again, 8.5 out of 10. This is by far, the nicest chair I've ever had. And again, I can't say enough good things about it. There are, again, some of the things that, I mentioned, some of my critiques in the video, but really those are just things for me. You might think that that pillow is amazing, and that would give it like an extra 1 point in the comfort scale. So to each their own. But overall, yeah, this is just a fantastic chair. And when I say an 8.5 out of 10, you might look at that and say, oh, well, why isn't it a 9.5 or a 10 out of 10? It's like, dude, if you guys have ever seen my War Thunder reviews, if you got an 8.5 out of 10, that's like the best plane in War Thunder, So this is, as far as I'm concerned, the best chair I've ever owned. And definitely, outside of a chair, like literally a seat in an S-Class Mercedes, among the most comfortable seats I've ever been in. It's that good. So that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys want to purchase from these guys, I do have that discount code TANK. I'll try to put that down in the description and comments. But either way, thank you so much for eWin Racing for giving me this opportunity. I am blown away by this chair. And, if you guys decide to go ahead and shop for a new chair, I would definitely check these guys out because they are legit. So thanks again, guys, and I'll see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone.